Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm trying to type with you guys, but I can't keep up with all of you that are coming into the show. I can only type so fast, and I can speak a lot quicker. Crazy, mate, crazy that. Just waiting here for my mute button. There we go. I can hit that button, and I've hit that button. All right, I think I'm muted everywhere. Hope so. Anyway, yeah, we're all good. How you guys doing? Welcome to Traveling with Bruce. Bruce is typing on his big-ass iPad, talking to his peeps before the show even begins. I've been doing this for about 5 minutes. Usually I'm scrambling to get ready for my show, but for whatever reason, I was ready about 15 minutes before showtime, and I thought, well, I'll just text people and say hi as they're coming into the show, and welcome one, welcome all. Glad you've come by, spend some time with me, and visit. Hope you're having a good day today. It is Wednesday, March the 27th, as I look down here on my little sheet. March 27th, 2019. Welcome one and welcome all. I'm glad to have you here. Trying to get my act together as I usually am at the beginning of each of my shows. Here in LA, Playa Vista, where I actually am located, in case anyone wants to swat me today. For those swatters out there, how are you, you creeps? We're doing fine here. It's about 75 degrees today, and not complaining about the temperatures at all. And getting ready to head to the desert and Phoenix. Going to be in Phoenix after the weekend, so I'm kind of looking forward to that too, visiting some friends over there. But here we're getting everything tidied up. Our daughter is getting ready to head back to Canada for the end of her contract, her work contract here, and all is well. Jen is helping her with the packing and the organizing, and you know, it's all good. Thank you for joining me today and coming by, visiting with me. The channel continues to grow right along. It is amazing. We were at 18,000, sorry, we're at 19,718 yesterday subscribers. Now we're at 19,821, 103 more. We are 100 and what is that, 79? 179 away from 20,000 subscribers. Fantastic. I was kind of wondering earlier today, you know, a year from now, if I look at this video a year from now, look at the introduction, and I talk about 19,800 and some odd subscribers, where will this channel be a year from now? I wonder. I really I do try to forecast it from time to time. Of course, I'm forecasting it because I can sort of see what the present number is, how many subscribers a day we're adding on average. But it's hard to say because a channel can, you know, grow at a moderate pace, a medium pace, a fast pace, an unbelievable pace. One video can take a channel to an unbelievable number. You just never know. You make the right video at the right time in the right way, and it just catches the right, you know, the right audience, and the views go nuts and the channel goes nuts. Speaking of views, I thought I'd mention this to you guys. I failed to bring it up the other day. 2 days ago, this channel broke 4 million views. 4 million views we passed a couple of days ago. And about a week ago, maybe, we broke 15 million watch minutes of view time. 15 million minutes of watch time have now been passed on this channel, and it is just stunning to me. This is, like I say, March. A year ago today, we were probably around 1,400 subscribers, maybe something like 1,300, maybe something like that. And here we are at almost 20,000 subscribers. I'm just thrilled by it, stunned by it, and you know, just so happy to be doing what I do with you folks, a lot of you every day watching me. Most of the views, of course, for this channel come from my short videos that I produce that are anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes long. And I will continue to produce those as, you know, stories keep coming up and news events warrant it. And hopefully some of those folks come over here. They generally do. They eventually come over and watch the live show. They'll check it out maybe on a rerun. They'll watch a little bit of it, or they'll watch me actually live and become regulars like a lot of you have become, which is just fantastic. The live shows are growing in popularity. And thank you for coming by and seeing me. It's great. If you're new to the show and new to my channel, please subscribe. There's a button here. There's a button over here. Hit the bell notification icon, and you'll get notified every time I make a new video or upload a new story. And tell me, where are you watching me from? Type on in there, like the rest of the gang here. Where are you watching me from? You'll find a lot of people don't type in where they're from because they're here every day, and I know I memorize it after a while. But if you're new to my channel, let me know where you're watching me from. Canada, USA, just enter the city, town, whatever. If you're overseas, oh, tell me, please, you're watching me from overseas. I love the fact that I have viewers around the world, the United Kingdom, Europe, South America, Australia, New Zealand, Asia. They're everywhere. A bunch of viewers in the Caribbean. Love to hear where you're watching me from. What's your high temperature these days? Are you getting warm temperature? Is it getting to be spring finally where you are? What's the price of gas where you live? We like to compare that. And tell me if you get any advertising. Do advertisers try to advertise to you when you watch my channel? Love to know. Welcome one, welcome all. We love talking about cruise ships, cruise ship news, developments, what's going on out there. Stay on top of stories, compare notes. We love talking about trips we've been on, trips we're going to be on. Fantastic stuff. So looking forward to sharing that with you today. As is the typical pattern of the show, as I say hi, waste a few minutes and let people come on in. 51 of you are here, so I might as well get right into it. I have a bit of news today, not a ton, but a bit of news that has come across the news wires this morning. Princess, the folks that are owned by Carnival, Princess Cruises, they announced today that they have officially gone ahead and signed their name to a contract with a large Italian shipbuilder whose name is almost impossible for me to pronounce. They've gone ahead and signed a contract to build 2 brand new gigantic mega cruise ships under the Princess brand. These ships are going to be 175,000 gross tons. That's going to put them in the top 15 in size. 4,300 passenger capacity with crew. You're looking at over 6,000 people on board the ship at any, most times. The ship will be LNG powered. They call it a dual fuel ship, so it's probably going to run on diesel when necessary, but liquid natural gas as well, and it'll be a much cleaner burning vessel than the generation from before, of course. Delivery for these 2 ships will be 2023 for the first one, 2025 for the second one. We'll find out the name of the first one probably in the next year and a half, 2 years. This being 2019, we're talking 4 and 6 years out before these ships even hit the water and are available to us. So there'll be a lot of promo on these ships going forward as the time goes by. I would not be surprised if in a year or 2 from now, by 2021, 22, Princess will probably announce additional build-outs of additional ships even before these ships arrive for us to enjoy. But it's a sign of where the business is headed. Where is the cruise business headed with the major cruise lines? Princess is thinking we can't do 2,000 passenger ships or 2,500 passenger ships. We're out of the 3,300 passenger range. We're now into the 4,300 passenger market to replace out the older ships we have in our fleet that were in the 2000s. Now they're going to be in the 4,000. So this takes Princess to a larger capacity cruise line. As they keep adding ships to her fleet, they'll keep going global. They are already in Australia. They are through Asia. They do cruises out of California to Mexico, up to Alaska, of course, the Caribbean, and other spots, including Europe. So Princess is continuing to grow. This is a Carnival line. It's part of Carnival's growth strategy. Other news that I came up with today, I haven't written this down, but I read this morning, and I thought I'd mention this yesterday or day before yesterday. Carnival announced their first quarter results for 2019. They came up with their financials to Wall Street. They had their conference call. For some executives, it's the dreaded conference call with bankers and investors. They put on a brave face and always are happy to do these calls, but I can tell you, for most public companies, the days before a public conference call with Wall Street analysts and brokers is panic time. This is where they try to put on the best spin they can to let the investment community know that all is well and all it will continue to be well and everything is great moving forward. Well, Carnival announced their financials. They met or exceeded their earnings per share targets, their gross earnings. The financials came in all right. But yesterday, as they revealed their numbers and their plans going forward, their shares dipped in price upwards of 8.5%, 9% in value, wiping out in one trading session over $3.5 billion of value in the matter of hours. Carnival made the admission, I guess, that what I've been suspecting and have been hinting at lately, they've made it official that yes, our bookings are fine. Our bookings are strong. We have a lot of advanced sales going on for our ships. Typically, a ship, the cruise line, I believe, is 65% sold out into 2020 already, if not more. By the time 6 months to go comes along, most cruises are over 90, 95% booked up. Carnival is having, let's put it this way, they're not having trouble getting their first 80, 90% booked. It's the remaining 15, 20% because ships go up to 110% capacity easily, I would say. In any event, they admitted that they have been offering cruises at a higher price per fare. The fare is higher, but the giveaways are higher to get the fares. And there's the issue. They are nickel and diming us to death. We all talk about this. The cruise lines are nickel and diming us to death, and they are angering us bit by bit. It's death by 1,000 cuts that they are doing this to us. And some of us are reacting in a not too kind way. And one of the ways we react is we wait longer before we book, or we wait for the deal to be offered before we book. We don't even bother anymore just calling the 800 number and saying to Carnival, hey, I'd like to go on a cruise to, you know, a 7-day Carnival Caribbean cruise in, say, oh, I don't know, say November of 2019. What we do now is we play hard to get. And we now are so used to the fact that these cruise lines have been nickel and diming and increasing these little daily charges on us here and there and here, and they're pecking at us. Just and we realize that every once in a while they put on a big sale. They put on a big promotion. It might be a $50 deposit is all you need to hold a cruise for a year from now. They put on a deal where they'll say book now. Book right now with a low deposit, and we'll throw in the drink package, and we'll throw in a Wi-Fi deal. We'll throw in a cabin credit. We're getting used to this. This isn't new anymore. If you've never been on a cruise, it's all new. It's all overwhelming, but you're old and crusty like me. I've been on a few cruises. You've been around a while. You know that these cruise lines do this all the time, and our marketing departments are constantly trying to come up with ways to catch our attention, to give us the impression that we can get something for nothing. And we're now so used to booking a cruise, those of us who booked before, we don't fall for the you better hurry before it sells out routine, because well, there's 400 cruise ships in the water now. There aren't 30. There's 400. Can't go in November. Well, maybe we can go December. Now, some of us have limitations with respect to our work and our bosses and others, but those of us who are retired, we got all the time in the world. We'll go when it suits us, and it suits us financially. The other thing that's happening to cruise lines, of course, is they're also, in some ways, they're addicted to the price of gasoline. If the gas price goes up for a tank of gas, that might put us off going on a cruise because of our budgets. Or if airlines are charging more, they're raising their fares. That might mean we don't take a cruise because we can't get to the port city we want to get to for a reasonable airfare. All these things are happening. And in any event, Carnival admitted yesterday on their conference call, they probably didn't want to admit it, but they had to succumb. And the analysts read between the lines, and this is what stock analysts do. Carnival is filling their ships, yes, but they're filling their ships with passengers who are extracting more of a deal to get on the cruise ship. They're not getting on the ship and paying everything on top of everything else. There are some who do that, but the vast majority of cruisers on the Carnival brand, they look for deals. And with 26 ships under the Carnival banner alone, then the Princess banner, Holland America, they own that line. They own Cunard, they own Ada, P&O. They own a bunch of lines. These lines have been promoting deals, deals, deals to get passengers to come on board and have a good time. People are being picky, and it's happening at Royal Caribbean. It's happening in Norwegian for sure. It's happening in Norwegian. It might be happening at MSC. I can tell you, MSC in the Caribbean, they are giving away these cruises. Have been for 2 years now. MSC, you can get a balcony room on the seaside or other ships for a pretty good price compared to other cruise lines. Not all ships, though, are on super discount. For example, if you take a look at the Celebrity Edge cruise ship, you want to go on that brand new ship with that outside elevator on the side there, you're not going to get a deal on the Edge for at least a year or two because it's a brand new, heavily promoted ship, perfectly marketed by Celebrity. That ship is commanding double to triple the regular rate for a balcony cabin. But if you want to go on a Carnival cruise ship for like a week in the Caribbean, check out the deals through your travel agent or vacations2go.com or through Costco Travel or whoever you likes to use. Whoever you're using, you're going to find deals. You're going to find deals on Holland America. You're going to find deals Princess. You're going to find deals off the coast of Mexico. You are not well. You will find deals in Alaska. I was going to talk about Alaska. There are some ships you can get a deal for an Alaska cruise, or some ships you cannot get a deal for an Alaska cruise. It all depends what line and what ship. But boy, oh boy, if you're willing to take a Princess Cruise Line ship for a 1-week cruise out of Vancouver this spring and summer, fall, and then maybe it's 1 week up to Anchorage and take the next week back, a back-to-back, 2 weeks Alaska, I would look into it because you can find deals for inside rooms, ocean view, balcony at a pretty good price. Now, you want to be on the Norwegian Bliss out of Seattle on a balcony. You're not going to get a deep discount deal. It's cheaper than last year, though, because the Bliss isn't brand new anymore. It's a year and 3 months or 4 months old. It's older. But still, the Bliss is popular. The Norwegian Joy, the folks at Norwegian have been desperately trying to market the Norwegian Joy, but they've had to throw in all the deals, all the offers to get people to bite. They've been reluctant to reduce their cabin pricing to try to get us to pay top cabin price and then get the freebies with all the tips added, of course. But there are ships out there, Holland America, Princess, and others, good pricing available for Alaska this year. So worth looking into. All right. So there's a second piece of news or second little ditty for you. Virgin Voyages. Love Virgin Voyages. Richard Branson's new cruise line. They are unique. I have been mentioning them whenever they come up with new announcements, new news, new events. They came up with an announcement that they allowed out today, talking about their music experience at sea. What's coming up? those of you who don't know, Virgin Voyages, owned by Richard Branson, will have a new ship next year, the Scarlet Lady. You're going to hear all about it if you haven't already. No children on board this cruise line. 18 and older is the crowd. They are gunning at millennials. They are after the 20 to 50-year-olds predominantly. Although I'll tell you, I'd be curious to be on the ship for sure. I really like to be on a cruise. No buffet restaurant. All 20 or so eating establishments are included in your price. No extra surcharge for specialty dining. There is no specialty dining. It's old school. It's a new line for the younger crowd, and they're marketing it like they used to market cruise ships across the board. And that was the minute you stepped on the ship, you could eat whatever you want, wherever you want, and didn't have to pay extra for any of it. A lot of us are missing that. A lot of us are lamenting the fact that even on these new, Celebrity Edge ship and the Symphony of the Seas and the Horizon for Carnival and the Bliss for Norwegian, you got to pay extra for a lot of your food. If you want to get the high-end stuff, you got to pay more. Not on Virgin Voyages. It's all inclusive. 20 restaurants, no buffet, all restaurants included in your fare. Drinks, beverages. Let's call it beverages. You want a soda? You want water? There's no extra charge for that. Unlike our friends at Norwegian and Carnival, they charge you, for a bottle of water, you're paying an unbelievably ripped off price. You know how much a bottle of water costs at Costco when you buy 35 in a flat? I mean, you're paying 30 cents a bottle, 28 cents a bottle for a bottle of water at Costco. On a cruise ship, get ready, $4 a bottle for water. Ridiculous, but that's what they're doing. Virgin Voyages, no charge. It's part of your cruise. You paid for it already. Enjoy. Drink all the water you want. Yeah, if you want a beer, you want a wine, you want a spirit, yeah, you'll pay extra for that. Fair enough. That's alcohol. That's an over and above the necessity of life. But no, water, milk, soda, it's included. Anyway, Virgin Voyages came up with an announcement today. Their music at sea experience, and they're bringing on board. They'll have available a record store, a music store on board. One of their retail shops is music. Well, of course, Virgin, the company, was founded on Virgin Records, the Virgin Music Experience, and you can buy music on board. I would not be surprised that given enough time, you will find that when you take a cruise with these guys, you'll find musical acts on board the ship that are going to be surprise acts. I think they have all kinds of stuff up their sleeve that's coming out, and they will have premiere. You as a cruiser on the ship will have access to music that you can't get anywhere else. Maybe first dibs on CDs or electronic downloads. All kinds of stuff. They've got onboard DJ experiences coming up. Event after event after event after event, specifically tailored to that 20-something to 40, 50-something crowd that they're lasering in on, and they're just coming right after them. I think it's going to be a huge success. So way to go, Virgin Voyages. They launched, like I say, they're selling their cruises now. You can book a cruise on Virgin anytime you want, and they will be launching next year out of Miami. The last bit of news today that I'll discuss is follow-up on the Viking Sky cruise ship that on March the 23rd got caught just off the coast of Norway in a heck of a wind and wave storm. Real debacle, and the engines conked out, and 1,340 something people were in peril for a bit of time. Got to the point where the captain had to declare a mayday and send out the SOS, and the Norwegian Coast Guard started sending out helicopters to pluck people off the ship, this heaving ship, in terrible conditions, waves as high as 30, 40 feet, winds into the 40s and 50-mile-an-hour range. Not a fun experience. Turns out, as each day goes by, we learn a little more information that's being released. And this morning, the details, some details started to come out with respect to the engines. Now, I'm not exactly sure how this happened, but I suspect that what might have been happening here is when the helicopters came out to the ship, the first would drop one of the Coast Guard people would come down on the wire, the rope, down to the deck of the ship. I think a number of people were dropped off onto the vessel, and a couple of the folks dropped off to the vessel were engine room technicians who were immediately sent down below to the engine room to assist the engineers down below to see if they could get those engines restarted. And I think that is where this information I'm about to tell you seems to be coming to us from, because it's not coming from Viking Ocean Cruise Lines. They're not talking. None of the employees of Viking are allowed to speak to the media because the PR department at Viking are telling them to keep their yap shut. We don't want any bad news coming out. We don't want any kind of news coming out about us making any mistakes or anything like that. So the news that is coming out from, I think, Coast Guard sources. And the word today is that the reason that the engines stopped working, 4 of them, and people have been asking, how can 4 engines stop at the same time? How can this happen? Low oil pressure. There was the first report was they were low on oil. And the second report came out, it was an oil pressure issue, that the oil being injected into the motors, fed into the motors, whatever the system being used failed, and oil was not getting into critical engine components under the right pressure in the right amounts. And as a fail-safe safety feature to stop the engines from burning out and not being able to restart them at all, the computers on board shut down the engines because the oil pressure to the engines was at fault, and was a big problem. And so all of a sudden, the engineers probably were scrambling, going, "Why did the engine shut down?" We're on backup emergency power. They probably had to reload their computer software. They probably had to recycle their system. This is minutes and minutes and minutes of critical time lost. And this is one of the problems with modern day ships. They're so sophisticated and so well integrated into software programs that if the mother computer shuts down because of a power issue, everything shuts down. And now you can't just walk into the engine room, see what's wrong, and restart the thing manually. No, you have to reboot the whole computer system and everything else. I have no idea. This is an area that I'm not an expert in, but I can just imagine that the engineers on board probably had to get their IT guys to come down there and figure out what was going on. The captain, in the meantime, was wondering what the heck is going on the bridge with all of his officers. They went dark. They went on to an emergency backup generator power immediately, but they only had basic communications. Unfortunately for the ship, for the cabin, the captain and the crew, they were so close to the shore that they had an immediate problem on their hands, that the winds were pushing and the waves were pushing the ship towards rocks just offshore. And the word has been that they were within minutes of crashing into rocks. But because they were able to somehow, I guess, gravity worked out, they were able to drop the anchor from the ship into the water down below, and they were close enough to the shore that the anchor would hit bottom. The anchor caught whatever it caught. It latched on instead of just being dragged along the bottom. It dug in and was able to, in effect, stop the ship from drifting perilously close to the rocks that were waiting to chew it up because of the action of the ship, the wind, the waves. This ship would have been ground into a pulp into these rocks and would have split into a bunch of pieces, and you would have had too many casualties to want to talk about out of the 1,300 that were on board. There you go. So the ship, I guess, was saved by the anchor. Then the crew, either on board or the Coast Guard that was able to come down and also come down, they somehow figured out what the problem was, what caused the engines to shut down, and then how to fix that problem one engine at a time, because they were able to restart one engine, then they were able to restart a second engine, and this is hours. This is upwards of 40 hours from the beginning of it until they got the heck out of there. They were towed out. They had power to get out, and they brought the ship into a harbor for shelter. But by the time that all happened, as some of you, most of you should know by now, from me talking about it or other sources, over 460 people were plucked off the top of the ship by helicopter, 15 people per helicopter load at a time, over almost 30-something hours to get them out of there. Unbelievable. Even with all that work and all that dedication, by the time the ship was moved, they were able to stop the helicopter evacuations. They still had 400 plus passengers on the ship. And so you just imagine that if this ship had crashed into the rocks, by the way, they couldn't lower the lifeboats. They're operated by electricity. You can't lower you can't lower people into the water through lifeboats. The water was too unstable in any event. The lifeboats would have crashed into the ship, and they could have capsized, and people could have drowned inside lifeboats. I mean, it was just going to be terrible. The lifeboats are designed, though, to right themselves and all that, but oh, the mess this would have caused, the injuries, the casualties, just terrible. A lot of people would have been thrown into the water had that ship hit the rocks. I don't even know if a lot of people would have been able to get off that ship to get into the water. They might have been able to get off the ship only to be sucked back into a twisted, breaking apart ship, and who knows what fatalities we would have had from people who would have been caught in that. It was bad. It was going to be really bad, and it's got to make you ask yourself, hey, I'm on a cruise ship with 4,000 other people, and we're in a rough bit of weather, and our engines conk out, and we have to abandon ship. How is this going to happen with 4,000 with the crew, 5,000, 6,000 people? How can there not be casualties upon casualties, injuries upon injuries, the panic ensuing? We only see the Titanic movie on TV, on the DVD, on Netflix, and the ship is sinking in very calm water. And yet, of course, we're talking about 1900 versus modern day, but oh my goodness, you got to wonder. We're finding out almost every month, we're talking about this every month, another cruise ship has an engine problem in the Caribbean in the calmest of conditions. A cruise ship is just trying to bring it in. They're just trying to bring a cruise ship into a private island, and they have stabilizer problems. They have azopod problems. They have to bring the ship back to Fort Lauderdale or back to Miami or back to Port Canaveral for repairs. And the last stop or the second last stop or the last 4 stops are canceled. No one is injured. No one is hurt. But these are under ideal conditions. Cruise ships have engines that conk out under ideal conditions. This was not an ideal condition at all. What was the captain thinking, taking this cruise ship out into a known storm? A known storm. And you got to wonder about the redundancy of these engine rooms. If the oil pressure system monitor something gave out, it gave out for all the engines at the same time. No engine could be left running on its own. The ship was powerless and drifting in the open sea. You got to wonder, my gosh, what was this going to do if the ship were 20 miles offshore in the dead of night, and then the engines conked out because of this issue, an oil pressure issue? You're now not visible from the shore. You're out in the open. It is gale force winds. The waves could be at 60 feet out there for all you know. What if, now what? You've got a Poseidon adventure? The ship is going to capsize? How do you get people off the ship? And how can you save them with helicopters if the ship is now heaving at double the rate that it was just onshore, just offshore? I just shake my head and go, what were they thinking, taking that ship out in those conditions, even a quarter of those conditions? What are you doing? The almighty dollar to get the ship from where it is now to where it has to be by tomorrow to be able to transfer our passengers off and transfer new passengers on. The schedules that these ships are keeping are tight, and they've got to unload the sewage and garbage from the old cruise and get ready for the new cruise with the new alcohol and the food and all the provisions. The pressure that is on these crews is unbearable. You got to wonder. Anyway, there you go. That's just me going on and on and on about the possibilities, the variables, what could have happened, what didn't happen, what did happen, how it happened. More details are coming out as each day goes on. We'll keep following it. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I tell you, I just shake my head about the whole thing. I wonder, scary stuff. I do not think it's a good idea. At least I don't think for me it's a good idea that I would want to be on a cruise ship in the middle of the winter in Norway, in the North Atlantic. It's just not my cup of tea. It's not where I want to be. What can I say? Anyway, let's see who's here. What are your thoughts on all this, all these topics I brought up today? I'd love to get your opinion on it. Love to share notes with you. In the meantime, I'll say hi to who's here. Thank you for thumbs ups. 33 so far today. Hope you're finding these live shows interesting, entertaining, informative. Let me know otherwise. And let's see who's here. I've said hi to a bunch of people earlier today when I first came on. Sylvan Forrest is here. Welcome, Sylvan. 81 in Delray Beach. He's saying in Florida, very windy, though sunny. He's saying, please give Bruce thumbs up. He's enjoying a libation and a cigar. Good idea. My friend Kylie is here. Tom Henry. Vivian, Wes Morrison, all here. Paul Wilson, of course. Welcome, gang. Kathy Hennessy is here. Monique is here. Hello, everybody. Hi, Monique. How are you? Linda Lou said, hey, it's kind of nice to have Bruce in the chat. Let's see here. Who else have we got here? Monique saying hello. Brittany Lockwood, of course. Valerie Jones is here saying there's an ad for Crystal today. Very interesting. Linda Moore, Hershey's Chocolate was the ad before your show. I love Hershey's Chocolate. Love that stuff. That's good to see them advertising on my channel to all of you folks. That's great. Or maybe some of you. Julie Grinstead is here from Ohio. Hi, Julie. Pamplemousse is here. Hi there. Welcome, Pamplemousse. Knucklehead Cruiser Phoenix. Is that a bird? Yep. Welcome, Knucklehead. Jorge Ruiz, hi, Bruce and TWB folks. Jorge, welcome to the show, the channel. Nice to have you here. Who else is joining us? Sandra Conklin. Hello, everybody. Let's see here. Paul Wilgus is saying it's 56. Gas is $2.39 here in Virginia. Welcome, Paul Wilgus, my man. Welcome back. Brenda Atkins, hi there. Welcome to you. Let's see here. Time to plan a group cruise. The Mediterranean would be nice, she's saying. No, I wouldn't mind that either. I'll let you know when I'm ready. Bill Hawk, a sunny, cool 66 in Leesburg, Florida. Had a major hailstorm this morning. Holy moly, that can happen. Absolutely. Linda Lou, gas is up 3 more cents now, $2.96 at Costco. Guess we're going to be back over $3. Linda Lou saying, Linda Lou, I think it's in Reno, Nevada. Welcome, dear. Let's see. Jorge saying, Tom Henry, you're going on the Bliss this weekend. Carry an umbrella with you. You're going to be hanging out near those smokestacks because of that oily soot that's coming out of there. I did a video about that last week, about the oily residue, the soot residue coming off the back end of the Bliss. If you're on the upper deck, watch for that. You may not want to be up there. Stay in front of the stacks instead of behind them. Knucklehead is wondering if anyone has seen So Tweety. Donnell is here from Cork, Ireland. Hi, Bruce and all. We had a beautiful hot sunny day here today. It's only 57 degrees, but it feels a lot hotter than that. How are you doing there, Vivian, in the UK? And then here's my friend Sylvan helping me out with the pronunciation of that Italian-based shipyard. It's Fincantieri. Fincantieri. How about that? I'll try to put the Italian accent on it. Fincantieri Shipyard in Genoa. Fantastic. Kelly Haston is saying Pensacola is in the house. Welcome, my dear. Who else is here? Let me go through these comments. See who's here. Ed Tolleson from New York is here. Hi there, Ed. How you doing, buddy? Let's see here. Paul Wilkes is saying, Donnell, we took a tour and did some wandering on our own in your town. Really liked the city. Ed Olson, finally home from Virginia in time for the show. Welcome, sir, to the show. Glad you're here. Heather Young is saying hi, everybody. Welcome, Heather. Alpheus Wilson is here saying bless up, everyone. Welcome, Alpheus. Who else is here? As I come and go through these comments that are just coming in like crazy. I love it, you guys. Sylvan says the Biscuit Boys should do should book a group cruise on the edge and park themselves way out on the outside on that magic carpet contraption there, thereby causing the ship to list. Anything for a good laugh. There you go. Oh my goodness. Gregory Toomer. Yeah, you're right about that, Bruce. MSC is the cheapest line right now for a 7-day cruise. I paid $1,750 for a man and wife with unlimited drinks for the two of us. Unlimited drinks. That's a good deal for sure. Jorge saw the Celebrity Edge docked in Cozumel last week. Beautiful ship, but the prices are a tad high. Exactly. They're building the second version of that, the twin to that ship, being built right now. Should be ready sometime next year, I think. That one will be for the European market. Then they'll build a third and a fourth, I'm sure, right behind it. Donnell, hi, Bruce. The ad today was for Epic, the Irish Immigrant Museum in Dublin, not the ship. Right on. Linda Lou, specialty dinner is just another way to nickel and dime us. I won't buy into that. She's saying Bill Musselman booked on the Scarlet Lady for October 2020. Right on, buddy. Daily Trucking, hi there from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Ad was for Hyundai. Going back to work after a cruise, it sucks. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Let's see here. Who else is here? Lewis, the travel and theme park spotter. Hi, Bruce. The Carnival Mardi Gras is doing a test sale. No, the Carnival Mardi Gras is under construction. Won't be ready. Won't be built out till next year sometime. It's still under construction. Not sailing at all. Linda Lou is saying, I'm always happy with the food in the main dining room. I don't need to go to specialty restaurants there. Let's see here. Who else is here? So Tweety is here. Hey, Bruce and everybody. Welcome, So Tweety, to the show. Let's see here. Donnell, I'm not going to be caught without hidden costs on the Grandiosa. I'm going to budget another $1,000 for the week-long cruise. My travel agent told me they charge $10 per person per day. Not too bad, I suppose. Let's see here. Who else is saying hi to me here? Going through the small chit-chat between viewers and catching up with everybody. Pardon me as I scroll along here. It's great that you're all here. Hi, Bruce. First time on the show. Hello from the Netherlands. Jacko Dwarshish, if I can pronounce that anywhere near. Jacko, welcome to the show from the Netherlands. I'm glad you're here today. Nice to have you here. Sylvan Forrest saying, you don't have to worry about me. Just hook me up to an exercise bike and a generator. I'll give you enough power to get things going. Way to go, buddy. Thank you for volunteering there, sir. Oh, my gosh. Terrence Shaw. Hi, Bruce. Do you know if Norwegian Bliss still has that soot problem from the smokestacks? I've been getting comments on this video. I'm probably the only one who's made a comment on the video about this problem. On YouTube, I've been getting a lot of comments from people who said that they too have noticed that soot comes up from the smokestack on the Bliss, and then towards the back of the ship, the smoke comes back down to the back of the ship, and people have been experiencing it. They've noticed that the crew are constantly out there every morning with their sprayers and washers and mops, and they clean it all up. And so other folks are saying, haven't noticed a thing, but then again, I'm not out there first thing in the morning when the crew is out there cleaning it all up. So I guess depending on the wind conditions, the direction of the wind, you know, how the ship is tacking along here, you might get some of that soot fall on you, you might not. But some folks are saying that they too have noticed it on their clothing, or on their skin, or on the handrails at the back of the ship. I'd like to get anyone out there. Tom Henry, you got to tell me what's going on. You're out there. You're on that ship on this weekend. Let me know if you see anything like that. I'd be kind of curious. Interesting. Who else is saying hi to me here? Let's go through any more comments. Anybody dropping me questions. Deb Gumet is here. Hi, Bruce and TWB Family. Cloudy this afternoon in Orlando. Deb, are you feeling better? I hope you are. Welcome back. Peter Hekema. Hi, Bruce. 83 degrees in Tarpon Springs today. Less than 200 subs to go until 20,000 for you. Yes, sir. Less than 20,000 until 200. Less until 20,000. Well, I'm still. I can hardly talk. I'm so excited. Steve McNichol ad for QuickBooks today. Thank you, Steve, for that. Letting me know. Steve Berg. Hi, Bruce. Hi, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. 63 degrees in Minneapolis today. Sun is shining. 63 degrees. Snow has to be melting fast in that. Fantastic. Sherry Awesome Sunsets Travel is here. So Tweety is here. Let's see. Who else is saying hi to me? Roland Tucker, I'm sure it's because of the cheap crude oil they use on the ship. Is that why they're the Viking got into trouble? I don't know, Roland. Maybe. Let's see here. Jim on the water. Hello, all. 65 and sunny in North Georgia mountains. Welcome, Jim on the water. Corey Jacobs in Atlanta. 69 in Atlanta today. Gas is $2.55 a gallon. Going on the Norwegian breakaway, April the 20th to 28th out of Miami. Looking forward to it. Right on, Corey. Let us know how that trip goes for you. That's awesome. Sylvan is saying, Bruce, your Italian is improving tremendously. Magnific, whatever that means. Thank you, Sylvan. Sherry wanted to know, Bruce, have you seen the interview with Alana Zingano? It went great. I have not, Sherry. I've been traveling. I've been working down here. Got just so much going on. I'm doing the best I can, keeping up with everybody. Let's see here, Linda Lou. What about the biscuit gals? We can go on a cruise too. You know, I agree. Biscuit guys, biscuit gals, we can all go on a cruise. Absolutely, nothing wrong with that. Sherry Awesome Sunsets. I just celebrated my first year anniversary on my channel. Well done, Sherry Awesome Sunset. Way to go, girl. I'm at month 19 now. This being the, what is it, the 27th of March. Past month 19, going on 20. Unbelievable. It's exciting. Brittany, let's see. Brittany's talking about a ship called the World. 153 privately owned residents. Steaming Bean is here. I am now at the 99-day mark until my next cruise on the Anthem embarkation, July the 4th. Right on, Steamer. Less than 100 days to July the 4th. We're just coming out of winter. Isn't that incredible how things change so fast? It's amazing. Fantastic, sir. John Ketchum, hi, gang. Checking in late from Bryant, Arkansas, USA. Beautiful, sunny, and 64 degrees. Welcome, John, from beautiful Arkansas. I'm glad you're here. Who else? Carla G. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Carla G. How are you? Welcome. Who else is here? Bobby Green. Imagine all the soot that goes into the ocean. Yes, that is the unreported fact. Let's see here. Who else is here? Linda Lou, wish we could all put a group together with the TWB family. I'm working on it. As soon as I have a cruise book, you'll know about it, and then you can join us. There will be group cruising down the road, but still early for that. Rod Koval, disappointed. You solicit email, but you don't answer that email. Rod, there are times where it takes me a while to get to my messages. I get so many messages now. They just keep coming and coming, but I also get a lot of email. You have to understand something. I get a lot of email that's junk, and I have to filter through this stuff. I get some scary emails that are just basically, programs that are going to screw up my computer and everything else. I have to be so careful, but I'm doing the best I can with what little I have. So, Rod, if I haven't responded to you, send me another message and just say, hey, it's Rod. I talked to you earlier. I said hi to you earlier on your show. And that'll help me to discern your message from those who we don't want to answer. Who else is going through here? Congrats on your channel, almost 20,000, says Sherry. Awesome. Thank you, dear. Appreciate that. Sylvan, Tom, I have a post prospect for a cruising buddy, but nothing's been finalized yet. The suspense is killing me. Right on, Sylvan. Kathy Henderson, don't forget the thumbs up for the show today. We love TWB. So far, 41 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for that. 70 of you watching, so someone hasn't given me any thumbs ups lately. I'd sure love to get some more. That would be great. Let's see here. Tom Henry, So Tweety, Linda Lou. I saw Nurse Nancy on Alana's channel yesterday, Sherry. Tom Henry, So Tweety, cabin is midship port side. So Tweety, thumbs ups for you. Knucklehead Cruiser, I'll stay in any cabin That's not a bunk bed. Sherry, so fun. Steamy Bean, congrats. Thank you, everybody. I've caught up on all of your messages. I was watching a video today. I mentioned this. I do watch YouTube myself from time to time, and I saw a video today on Casey Neistat's channel. Casey Neistat, if you don't know who he is, he has a 10+ million subscribers. He's been doing YouTube for over a decade. He's a real great filmmaker. I love watching his work. It's a nice diversion for me. And he had a YouTuber on that has been YouTubing since he was 13 years old. He's now 20, so 7 years as a YouTuber. And he loves to do all kinds of fun and just off-the-wall videos. His name is I think he calls himself The Beast. And he loves to do videos where he will go to a restaurant with a buddy of his and leave the waiter or waitress a great big tip, just a massive, just change their day, their week, their month, their year, change their life. Anyway, he was talking to him about the growth of his channel. And when he was 13 and 14, he had no subscribers. He had no following. He didn't know what he was doing. YouTube wasn't the same as it is now. And now here he is today at age 20. He has 16 million subscribers. And he'll do a video, and it'll get 10 to 15 million views per video. And I'm sitting here in Playa Vista, California right now. I'm a block away from the YouTube studios down here for LA. And I'm just thrilled to be almost at 20,000 subscribers. The last time I was down here at Christmas, I hit 8,000 subscribers. Now to be at almost 20,000, it's a whole other world that I'm involved with compared to this gentleman here. But I just love seeing stories like this, to see how YouTube channels over the years evolve and just keep growing out. And I keep saying thank you to all of you folks who watch the show, watch my puny little channel. I am a micro influencer, they say. It's funny the names they come up with for us. You know, I'm just every day just plugging away to try to build this channel and grow the awareness of what I'm about. I want to say thank you to so many of you viewers who've been so generous to me. And Jennifer, your generosity from just either ordering a T-shirt with Traveling with Bruce on it, that's of course fantastic. Obviously, those of you who go to my Amazon affiliate channel, the Amazon link that you see down below here in the description. If you shop on Amazon, you go there first, link into Amazon through my channel, and then shop on Amazon. I get a royalty or a commission on anything you buy. Thank you, of course, for that. Some of you are very dedicated to that, and I really thank you. But then there are those of you who just give me thumbs ups, who send me comments with thumbs ups, and then those of you who share my short videos, the 1 to 5 minute long videos. You share them with your friends on Facebook or any other social media. This is massive. This is so big. I cannot thank you enough for those of you who share anytime I do a video with friends of yours on Facebook, because what you're doing is you are showing YouTube that this micro influencer has viewers that are so engaged with him that they are sharing his videos out to the other platforms out there, even if it's only to Facebook friends. It is huge for this channel. It gives me brownie points in the algorithm computers that they've got. They recognize that, oh man, this guy has a reach that is beyond other YouTubers his size. This guy has a reach of a YouTuber that has 250,000 subscribers, 500,000 subscribers. When you share my videos with your friends on other social media platforms, you are taking my channel to a much higher level of engagement than I'm actually sized at. It's incredible. I cannot emphasize it enough. I thank you. If I forget to thank you, I try to give myself a dope slap and say thank you. I really do appreciate it. So again, all of you out there who are fans of this channel and are helping me promote it in any way that you're doing it, I cannot thank you enough. If any of you out there are doing Instagram messaging and you mention my channel on an Instagram, and it leads to any kind of views, oh man, thank you for that. Tweets, any of you who are sharing my tweets or making your own tweets about a video I've made that links to it, thank you for that. This is priceless. It's just priceless. I can't do it. I can only promote my own channel through my own way. I have a Twitter account. I have an Instagram account. I have the Facebook group page that a lot of you visit every day. Thank you for doing that and coming by and hanging out with me. But for those of you who are sharing me on social media platforms out there, it's a big deal. And thank you again. Thank you so much. I love saying hi to people who come and sign in here. You've noticed I say hi to other YouTubers who come in here. I'm not afraid at all to promote another YouTuber, to let you guys know there are others out there who are talking about the cruise ship business, the cruise ship life, their cruise experiences, what they've heard. Don't mind it a bit, because this segment of YouTube, the so-called travel segment in the cruise ship segment, it's growing out. We're growing out and becoming more powerful every day. And I love it that we're all growing. I've noticed all my contemporaries, all their channel, they're all growing, which is a great sign. It's not like my channel is growing to 20,000 subscribers and no one else is growing. We're all growing. The record numbers, there are channels out there hitting record daily view numbers that they've never had before in the cruise segment, which is wonderful. I'm so proud of all of the YouTube creators out there who follow this area. We're all growing this segment together, which means it's getting more promotion time, more promotion emphasis from YouTube. And this is what I'm really pumped about. My channel can grow to the sky. That's great. But if all of us, all the channels in this realm are all growing out, we're all reaching out, our galaxy is getting bigger into the open space, that means we all grow faster and we all grow further out and have a much more solid foundation with which to rest on as we keep building our viewership and subscribership out. So thank you, everybody, for all of your kind support, your encouragement, your commentary, everything. I cannot thank you enough. Anyway, there you go. Let me just see if I've left behind a bunch of messages here. I'll just catch up with you guys. Just come through here. Sorry. Here we go. I think I've caught up to where I left off. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gonna have to do that. Sometimes we get we only get a we get a comment that can't be accepted, so we have to do that. Sorry if there's any trolls out there that are making you angry, folks. Once I see them, I get rid of them. Not much I can do there. Okay. Who else is here? Tom. Tom Neppy, 77 degrees in Sarasota. Very good review of the Viking Sky North Sea near disaster. Nurse Nancy is here. Hi, Nurse Nancy. Let's see here. Sherry Awesome is saying great job on your collab with Alana, Nurse Nancy. Nurse Nancy saying loving your episode, so Tweety. Hi there, Donnell from Nurse Nancy. Let's see here. Sherry Awesome, troll Bruce, troll. Donnell, they say incoming tide rises all ships. That's right, Donnell. Let's see here. Let's go through here. I'm just eliminated a few messages here, so don't worry about that. Sherry, yes, your videos are fantastic. So Tweety, Nurse Nancy, yes, Bruce on the hammer. Donnell, glad you got here, Nurse Nancy. So Tweety, thanks. Sherry, awesome sunsets. All right, I caught up to all of you again. Thank you for joining me today. Wednesday show, the 27th of March, 2019. Thanks for hanging out with me today for a little while. Tomorrow's Thursday, the 28th. I will be on tomorrow at 5 o'clock, but only 5 o'clock tomorrow. There will be no trivia tomorrow night. This will be our last evening here in California. We are helping our daughter get everything packed up and out. So Jennifer and I will be in the car on Friday. We'll be working our way eastward from Los Angeles. heading to the desert. My old stomping ground where we used to live in Palm Desert area. We'll be there for about 24, 36 hours. Then we head to Phoenix, just short of Phoenix, and I will be broadcasting Monday, 5 o'clock Eastern time from Arizona, and I look forward to that. So I'll be on tomorrow, and then I'll be on Monday again. So there's a bit of a break here. If any stories come up in the meantime and I have internet, I'll broadcast a video. So we'll see what we can do from there. So Tweety says, thanks, Jerry. Awesome sunset. Robert Scott, hey, Bruce, and all. 20,000 subscribers are right around the corner. So Tweety, oh, so that explains why all the wall hangings are gone. That's right. It's bare. It's really bare behind me here. There's nothing left. We've taken everything down. Exactly. So Tweety, Nurse Nancy, I will watch the replay, Blues. I was working. No problem. Robert Scott, hey, so Tweety. Ed Tolson, awesome show, Bruce. And nice speaking to you all. So Tweety, hey, Robert. Deb Gourmet, Bruce, feeling a little better. Hope to join the family tomorrow in Universal. Our last day here as we fly home Friday. 6 days in a hotel room, keeping up with the laundry for 6. Oh, man, Deb, that's just not right. That's just not right. I hope you get better and way better soon. Again, thank you for all of your kind words and thumbs ups and encouragement. We are at 53 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for that. I will be on tomorrow at 5 o'clock for my last show from LA region, and then we'll be back on Monday at 5 from Arizona. For the first time, I'll be live from Arizona. John Ketchum, I'm 73 and a widower. My idea of a fine cooked dinner is Salisbury steak from the microwave. Nothing wrong with that, John. I love Salisbury steak. Nurse Nancy, wow, enjoy, Deb, and safe travels. Thank you, John and Nurse Nancy, Deb, So Tweety, all of you who have been here today, who were talking to me before the show even started, and now appreciate it all. Have a pleasant evening. Stay safe, stay warm, stay healthy, and we'll catch you tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern time for my next show. Okay, guys, see you later. Take care. Bye for now.